looking at a scenario where civilization starts over. We are on episode 23, and in the last episode we saw the capitulation of both the Red Italian team and Turkey. The Middle Eastern Alliance is also no more because of Iraq. And with two countries that were on the top 10, what is the top 10 going to be now? Well, I'm going to answer that right now. Okay, so the number one is still Russia, I'd say. It's getting close, but number two is Dutch. And the reason I say it's getting close is because Russia can't have any colonies inside of America. Dutch is getting supplies that aren't from this area and are from this area, so Dutch is getting really close to passing Russia. Same, mostly the top 5 is not going to change because, well, it wasn't really affected. So top 5, if you remember from episode 20, this was the top 5 and it's going to stay the top 5. But the next 5 is what's going to change. Number 6 is now Iraq. Iraq is very strong. They are sort of stable, but they are very strong. Number 7 is Greece. Greece gained pretty much all of their empire back, and they're looking to retake most of it in this episode. 8 is going to be Wales. I think there were 8 last time, but I wasn't sure. Number 9 is going to be Vietnam. They have gotten back up to the rankings, and I just feel like it's appropriate now. They have built up their military quite a bit, and they are a part of a pretty dang strong alliance. Number 10 can really go anywhere. I don't know where it would go, to be honest. There's 3 countries that I think could be in the top 10, so I'm gonna put it like a tie between these 3. One of them is the African country. Another one is India. They have recently gotten independence from Indonesia, and I feel like they're up there now. And this gray country right here. This gray country is pretty dang strong for its area. I mean, China is dominating this area, so it's not able to fully show off its power, but it's in an alliance with Vietnam, North Korea, and a bunch of other states around this area. Well, there's the top 10 after episode 21, or 20, whatever episode we're on now. And, I say that's pretty good. Over here in the colonies, we see the Dutch heading down into Mexico, and soon enough they meet up with the northern part of this weird orange country. This orange country, oh my god, I did not give them a capital. I'm not going to give these guys a capital yet because I don't know if they're that sophisticated. The brown team does not really care. They're just going to start exploring around. And this is all the land they know of that this country has but they're just going to work their way up, and they're finding quite a bit of gold over here. They're finding pineapples, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of hot over here, but they don't really care. Some explorations over here in the Great Lakes also lead up to them finding another civilization. This is a greenish civilization, and it is like a Great Lake civilization. It's going to rely around the Great Lakes area. And yeah, we have a new little tribe over here. It's pretty dang big. It's a big tribe. It has a big population too. So, yeah. With the discovery of this, again, the Dutch team does not really care. I mean, they kind of care, but it's not really much. So they just keep going up this, like, I don't even know what this area is, like northeast United States. And soon enough, it's colonizing time. Dutch has put in, like, maximum effort into colonizing right now, and it's not only going to be them who's colonizing in this episode anymore. As Wales makes a landing over here in Panama, they start going down, they start exploring, they're just going up, just keep going up, and soon enough they meet up with the explorations over here. These areas are going to be colonized by Wales. They're not as strong as the brown team, but they are going to colonize up and around, going along the border of this like Mexican Aztec country. And they're going to get about this before they stop. Up in Greenland, Norway has been exploring a lot during the timeline, and yeah, almost all of Greenland has been discovered at this point, and they're just going to keep going up. Greenland until it gets a little too cold for them and they're just going to start colonizing. They start moving up, and yeah, it's going good for Norway right now. Top 5 power. Who knows how long that is going to last, because Iraq is on their tail, but they're going to colonize about this before they stop. Over here inside of Africa, more southern Africa, we see these Tanzanian countries and some European powers exploring South Africa, and all of Madagascar gets discovered, as long as some of these islands, until it gets to about this, and they're going to stop and head back for resources because they do not have enough to explore the rest of Africa. This Middle Eastern Union right here completely falls apart. Well, here's what it looks like in the end. So we have this purple country, we have another pink country. This is kind of like one of the puppet states, the original puppet states that united with this one. We have a blue one. This union still kind of exists, but it's more just one country. And we have this lime country, so yeah, wonderful borders. And this country also gained some land along this tail right here. Over here in Asia, we have a new like dark cyan country popping up, kind of like the one inside of Italy, but it's not. It's just the same color. They're gonna take over some land that looks something like this. And yeah, the seafoam green country is gonna realize that they need to start expanding if they want some of this land. The capital of this country is going to go right there. The seafoam green, or Siberia, is going to claim this land. It's not really a core part of their territory yet. It's more just they claim this and no one else can take it. In Asia, there's 2 alliances, and so there's this trapezoid one, meant for blocking expansion. And there's the pentagon one, which is meant for expansion. What I'm getting is this red and the gray are going to start an invasion of this pink country. The gray and the red both want a big empire, and, well, the pink one, if they can get rid of it, they will have a border and they could share supplies. Both of these countries are stronger than the pink one, so the pink one is going to get thrown around pretty quickly in this war. The trapezoid alliance can't really do anything. They're not gonna supply this pink one, because if they do, these two could get the supplies, and I'd probably say that the trapezoid is more technologically advanced than the pentagons. So we just have a pretty big invasion going on, and they're pretty much gonna split the country in half as we see the capital get taken. Pretty much it's just a sweep from here as they split the country in half. The gray country gets this. It's less land, but it's more important land, as the red team gets the rest. Here is a peace treaty, and we now see supplies going through these countries. They're sharing, and now they're trying to get a border up with Vietnam. But the thing is, all of Vietnam's border, besides Indonesia, is on the trapezoid alliance. So they shift their focus to the red team connecting up with the green team. So we see the red team begin a invasion into both the blue country and this yellowish country right here. And we see the green team doing the same, invading into the yellow and trying to get over to the blue, because the blue is pretty dang strong and the red team is actually kind of struggling to get further into the country. But the yellow one is weaker, so the red team captures the capital. The green team is then going to get these lands over here, if I can color them all in. The white country capitulates, and really it's going to be colored in the red color, but the green team is also helping out with this offensive. Here are the new Central Asian borders. We now have 3 very strong Central Asian countries, a part of a very strong alliance. With this, we start seeing the construction of a trade route starting over inside of the green team's capital. They're wanting to connect up this green team's capital to the red team, to the gray team, and then over to here. So the gray team is also going to start working to connect it up with this red Chinese border. And China, and This red Chinese country is going to work to connect up both, but it's going to be slower because they have to build from 2 fronts. But otherwise, we see more trader routes being built. This is over a long time, so if it gets built quite a long ways, you know why. It meets over to the Iran capital and starts going up the Persian Gulf. The Iraqians connect up not one, they don't just connect up 2 trade routes, connecting up with their major cities and the capital. They connect up 3 over quite a long period of time. This is a pretty long period of time, do remember. And they're working to connect up this one over here with the one over here. The Dutch has also been working to make more trade routes as they move into the purple French country, connecting up with their capital and then connecting up with this French country. These 2 Japanese countries work together to make a trade route running through their country only. It's gonna go over water, and it's the first trade route to actually go over water as they make it over and connect it up. They then work to just connect up all these major cities of both of these countries. They don't like each other, these 2, and they know they're probably going to attack each other one day, but they need money. Indonesia then starts constructing a trade route of kind of just themselves, but it's also working to go over water, but it's mainly just working with itself as it connects up the major cities to their capital. Over here in Italy, we have this northern Italian team. Although they just got made and they're kind of unrested, they are going to invade into the old red team's puppet state because they want land that's not super cold, because a lot of their land is in the Alps. Although they're both very new, the northern French country is just stronger as they take it all over. And this northern Italian team has just expanded, connecting up their border with the Dark Cyan, and they're going to work out a treaty. This treaty being, this Dark Cyan country is guaranteed independence by the brown team, and that means if these guys got invaded, or if like they were about to kind of disappear from the map, the brown team would get involved and helped out with the Dark Cyan. And the Dark Cyan is going to join in on the Star Alliance, so that way they can colonize more areas of the world and become more powerful than the old red team could have ever became. That was going to do it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.